terrific points about three-point shooting. Kennedy Burke now at the Sun. They saluted her back in Brooklyn as a member of that 2024 championship team.
Well, that's way more important than what I was talking about, Ed. But Kennedy Burke, I mean, you know, in talking to her and shoot around, she said that I have to maintain my emotions. I don't really know when they're going to set in, but I know that when the tip happens, be able to calm down here. And she talked about this fan base, how fun it was to play for them. She said, I'm being on the other side, I don't know. We're going to see what happens.
Lainey Hamilton, first points since the 2024 finals. Missed last season, but back in the fold and starting tonight for the Liberty. Van Lith for Connecticut. Gets Astier up, shot rims out, rebound Stewart. So Stewart, Lainey Hamilton, Jones, Astier, and Johannes, the 5 Liberty starters. Go up and get it. Reset with 7 to shoot for the Liberty. Astier for Johannes. And that one short for a violation on New York. Sun begin the second quarter. Dominique Patrick with Van Lith, Neepkins, Beers, Ledger Walker, and Nelson Adota. A young club on the floor right now.
Absolutely young. It was interesting talking to BG and Kennedy Burke about how young this team is and saying that I can't believe I'm a vet. Kennedy Burke was like, this team, besides 3 players, 25 or under.
Ankle breaker, Lainey Hamilton for 2. Welcome back, Benaija.
The crowd erupted after that move. I mean, dropped Neepkins to her knees.
Wow. Neepkins camped out, drills the 3 for Connecticut.
Hey, you know, having a moment like that on one end and just coming back down, settling yourself and knocking down the 3, I give her a lot of credit for that. This is a tough crowd to play in front of. But Lainey Hamilton, man, nobody creates an ISO bag like her.
Jones is fouled by Beers. All right, our crew's ready. They've got the replay. Her knees, they're just fine.
Well, thank you, everyone, for queuing this up for me, because I got to see that again. Concentration on the save, and then a pump fake comes back between the legs. Just nasty stuff here from Lainey Hamilton, and hits the shot.
Yep. What's that, a $20 move and a $20 finish. Kreiner back in with Morrow for Connecticut for Beers and Nelson Adota.
I mean, that had to feel good, right?
Huge.
I mean, that had to feel good just being back here on the floor. The season has started.
I mean, surgery, you've lived it, others have lived it as well. Yeah. You know, we talk about it in society. Like, oh, you sat out a year, you're back, you're healthy. But there's so much more to it in terms of the mental game. And she sat out not just one season in the W, back with Connecticut she missed a season, but a second. And to come back fresh and ready into a team as a starter again is obviously a huge step, not just in your buying percent. The turnovers have really hurt Connecticut, 5 leading to 10 points for New York. And just wonderful to have you with us on opening night. Ed Cohen, Dominique Patrick, Steph Manacero here on Ion as Stewart gets the roll. She has 12 points to lead the way.
Well, I think it just shows the talent up and down this roster for the Liberty. We talked about injured players, being shorthanded, having to sign 2 players to hardship contracts, and the intensity is still there for this team.
Jones from behind saying, where was the foul? Brittany Griner, her 13th year at Baylor. Van Lith hits the 3 for Connecticut.
Really quick release for Van Lith. I don't know if she's still learning this offense, learning how to create, but she's going to continue to play her game. Was a great 3-point shooter.
Last year in 2025 with the Sky but they saw Natasha Cloud was available. They're trying to figure out the pieces there in the Windy City. So they waived Van Lith, and she was signed off waivers by Connecticut. And now she's called here for the foul. So back-to-back fouls on Connecticut. And now 3 this quarter for the Sun.
You know, Van Lith talked about just mentally staying locked in throughout this whole process. She said, you know, she had never been waived before. This was new to her, you know, and talking to her agent, talking to her team, what are next steps? You know, what team am I about to go to? So she was just
49 to go in the second. The exhibition game on Sunday up in Mohegan. The Liberty were 22 of 22 at the line. Tonight, they're 5 of 11 from 3, and Johannes with 3 of them. Timon Miller answers for the bucket.
Miller is someone who I'm kind of waiting for her to have that breakout year.
Look out, Stewart denied, and it was clean. Great help by Rivers.
Great recovery.
Miller can't go back-to-back. Rebound Jones. Johannes delays, flings, SDA inside. Stewie in rhythm. And there's Van Lith. Morrow, that's a 2, and that's good for the second-year player out of LSU.
Morrow really been working on extending her range. Saw her take a bunch of those in the warm-up here. She tried some in the preseason action as well, too. Just trying to work on her touch, on her shot.
Stewart, back leg, it's good. And Brianna Stewart, a plus 21, 14 points, leads all scorers. And timeout here from Rashid Mays, 30th season.
And there's so much depth, as you mentioned, and they had that in 2024, right? I mean, they had a top bench unit, they had the depth, and, you know, it's something that they wanted to get back to up and down the roster, have people up and down the lineup being able to impact the game in multiple ways, and defensively is a non-negotiable.
Off the mark that time for Morrow. So Stewart, Jones, Gardner, Astier, and Johannes for the Liberty. Johannes off balance, not there. Rebound for Gardner. And they'll get a second crack at it here with 10 to shoot. Astier weaves, no look to Stewart. Pulled down by Burke, out there with Rivers, Griner, Miller, and Morrow. Posting up Morrow, throws it up, and that's never easy over Stewart.
And 2 hands up, the long arms, and Morrow is
WNBA League Pass gives you a courtside seat every week. Stream live games from across the league all season long. Scan the QR code to subscribe now for $39.99 a year and press play on the WNBA. It's like Clyde Frazier there with the ride at the end. By the way, today is the anniversary, the greatest date, I think, in New York basketball history. Whether you're a Knicks fan or not, this was the night of Game 7 of the 1970 Finals, the Willis Reed game, when Clyde scored 36 with 19 assists and 7 steals. And, you know, just did everything. Doug, a happy, don't know the number, but happy birthday.
I don't know if he would want you to say the number.
Oh, come on. He was one of the writers camped out during the CBA negotiations into many wee hours of the morning before they finally got it done. Astier inside, missed it, got fouled hard into the... Tom, they're really high on Astier, where she is now. Obviously, you need her with UNESCO out, but the potential as the backup point guard.
So much potential, aggressive, slasher, gets to the cup, but also just creates for others. Been seeing her try to touch the paint in every possession to try to set up the 3-ball that's been falling for the Liberty. And she has tremendous upside, and they knew that, bringing her in.
A double Griner and leads to a turnover. The 7th for the Sun, and now Johannes will enter for Astier with 4 and change to go in this first half. rebound as well for the Liberty is Julie Vanloo. Slings it out. Jones catch and shoot three. Back of the rim. There's Vanloo. Reset to Johannes. Knocks down another one. That's her 4th tonight.
Well, it's definitely worth mentioning the offensive rebounding has been great for the Liberty.
Steal. Gardner not there. It's the shooting, it's the pace, it's the open floor and the freedom for the Liberty, but it's been their defense too.
Stifling.
Morrow is short. Vanloo sets up Gardner. Jones got hit, pokes it out there with
What a
Johannes.
rebound. That was amazing.
Hahn can't dial in, and Jones is like a rope-a-dope underneath. I mean, she's so much fun to watch.
She is.
And there's an unpredictability to her game. Not just that shot that goes straight to the moon, but she's quick.
Yeah.
And that's hard to defend.
Absolutely quick and just shifty. Able to step back off one leg.
Yeah.
Sometimes going at full speed. I think she's almost going to fly to the crowd sometimes, getting her shot off. She is very fun to watch. And getting the start here tonight is putting on the display.
5th year from France. Her WNBA season scattered a bit. Her 2nd straight with the Liberty. Missed a couple of years, though, for the Olympics, including the 2024 championship year. Griner hounded, and she finishes in a foul.
Be that the entire season.
One of the greatest in the history of the sport. Last year in Atlanta, bit of a downturn. 20 minutes a game, under 10 points per game. Hopes to rebound in her 1st year and only year with the Sun.